Hello guys, Guilty here, and today I want to talk about League of Legends as a potential candidate for next successful MMORPG. I don't know if you noticed, but lately Riot started filling out huge blocks of story behind the origins of characters and the environment they inhabit. With each patch they are adding more and more lore, followed by tons of artwork, maps and locations in the world. Lately, they added short stories and videos which are including some of our favorite champions. There are pages with pictures where you can read about beasts and huge monsters roaming the world. They are describing vibrant life in Zone, sketches of citizens doing various tasks, behavior and impact the void has on the environment, and characteristics of monsters. If you go and read about Bilgewater, you can see them even describing particular culture of Blue Flame Isles. Why are we reading about culture in Blue Flame Isles? Why would you speak of culture in Blue Flame Isles, which isn't even in the current game? And why culture? Is Riot really going that deep with lore? Or are we actually witnessing creation of an MMO? As I see it, there are only two possibilities here. First, Riot is in fact going that deep with lore. Personally, I don't know why would you do that, but I would say a well-written story for a game is more welcoming than the lesser one. It is possible they could just be adding more life to the world from which our champions derive from. Expanding the world gives you opportunity to create more unique champions. And if that is the reason behind all of this, I'm totally okay with that. And second, Riot is in fact expanding the universe and filling in the gaps in the story for later use in an MMO. That would make a lot of sense due to the changes and all the text we are witnessing on their pages. But like I said before, why go into such detail if the game is only MOBA? So that's where it becomes interesting. Even if they are not making an MMO, the question remains, should they? They have everything they need for a solid MMO. Let's quickly jump back in time of Warcraft 3, Reign of Chaos. At that point in time, we played with heroes like Arthas, Thrall, Zul'jin, Jaina, and many more. We used spells and abilities throughout the whole campaign and fought in zones we didn't know anything about. Did anyone thought Blizzard would make an MMO from this game? They had everything they needed. Incredibly fulfilling and rich story, heroes we all like, zones, monsters. So why wouldn't they? And they did it. WoW is still one of the most played MMOs out there. Back to League of Legends. They have champions we all like and know. We know some of them from more than 8 years ago and we love them. These champions are already categorized in different classes like tanks, fighters, assassins, mages, marksmen and supports. There is more and more information about the world. Zones are being described to details. We have information about monsters and culture. There are factions that are in war with each other and some are forming alliances. And at the end, there's around 80 million people playing League of Legends every single month. And if only 10% of that player base would play this MMO, we are talking about 8 million players on monthly basis. If this isn't a good reason enough to make an MMO, then what is? I mean, how good would it be to walk through the streets of Piltover and find Ezreal leaned back against the wall, mumbling to himself and flipping a coin? Or Twitch behind a counter making some kind of crazy deadly potion and sniffing around for some cheese? How about Yasuo meditating and playing his flute? Teemo growing mushrooms in his backyard? Or watching Garen walking into a bush? Finding your favorite heroes in the game is the best thing ever. it gives so much life to an MMO. I remember when I started playing World of Warcraft, one of the first things I did when discovering Orgrimmar was to find a troll. Seek out those familiar faces and their place in the world. While World of Warcraft only had around 12 known characters to begin with, League of Legends has 140 of them and counting. Just finding all of these could be an achievement. There's a huge potential here if Riot would be able to extract it. I mean, I'm looking at these pictures online and they are beautiful, filled with life and details. There's 10 zones that have totally unique color schemes and layout. Imagine, just imagine if they would make it. How good would it be? So what do you say, guys? Are you joining Demacia or Noxus? Will you hang out with Yordles or read books with Lee Sin? Is the ice from Freljord that runs through your veins, or maybe your heart lies deep in Mount Targon? I must admit, the last time I was excited like this was when I heard World of Warcraft being released. Riot, please make an MMO. I'll see you later, guys.
Meaning in every snowflake.
Your turret has been destroyed.